So today I'm going to be sharing with you my adventures in Florida. Now we just got back a couple of days ago and we spent a week in the sun, and I'm going to do a follow-up on the Colorescience Sun Forgettable Total Protection Flex 50 SPF, and I'll let you know how it did in the intense Florida heat and sun, and try on some new makeup products that I picked up at the cosmetics company. And yeah, so in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, it's been over a week since I filmed. I tried to film in Florida, but you know what? It felt so good to just spend time with family out in the sun, a little bit too much out in the sun, and eat and relax. Typically, I spend about 10 hours a day on a computer, and I brought my laptop down to Florida. It did not pop it open once. So I guess it was a really good time for me to just get back to basics, get back to my family, find that inner peace, and in the process, get a really dark tan. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. You guys, this is how I wore my hair pretty much every single day when I was down in Florida. I did not want to mess with makeup. I only used my SPF, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of primer on my complexion. Would you believe I didn't even bring primer on vacation? And I also brought very minimal skincare other than SPF, a cleanser, and moisturizer. We did stock up on aloe because some of us got burned. We couldn't have asked for better weather. It was sunny every single day, and my husband, Matt, he insisted on going out to the beach every single day, except for one day. I was like, you know, I can't handle the sun anymore, honey. Can we just take a day of doing some retail therapy? And that's where the cosmetics company shopping trip took place, and I can't wait to share what products I picked up. I just applied some primer. I really want you to see now how much hyperpigmentation I got while I was on vacation. And keep in mind, I stayed under an umbrella, I wore a hat, I put SPF 50 on my face and 50 on my body, and that sun is so intense, I really got burned. I mean, this is what I used, this is the color I should be, and this is the color I am now. We applied SPF every 40 to 50 minutes like clockwork, but you can't help it because you feel the intensity of the heat and the sun, and it was just so beautiful. We tried to stay hydrated, but Matt insisted that Ava and I take vitamin D prior to going outside because apparently it helps process, your body helps processing the sun better. I don't know. I need to Google that. But, you know, I did take vitamin D prior to going out in the sun as well as applying sunscreen. And I started out with a great tan, but apparently hyperpigmentation is getting the best of me. So going down to Florida, the road trip, it was uneventful, thank goodness, because last year we had a dead battery and that took us off course. So we had to go to an O'Reilly's to get a brand new battery. And then once we arrived at our destination, Ava's friend had a slight accident and we ended up going to the ER. This year, nothing. It was so uneventful. It was wonderful. Now that I've got this really deep tan, I was really struggling to find a foundation that's actually going to match my skin. And I was going to review this viral Korean foundation, the Tier, am I saying that right? Mask Fit Red Cushion. This has been going viral all over the place. I ordered this prior to going on vacation, and when I pulled it out, this is what it looks like. It is way too pale for me. So I went on the Amazon website and I picked up a much deeper shade so I can give you a more accurate review of this, but stay tuned for that foundation review because this has been going viral. I heard it's supposed to be flawless. It's supposed to make your skin look really beautiful, and it's a cushion foundation and it's Korean. So I thought, hey, you know, get the right shade, Kat. So for foundation today, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation that has been reformulated. I did a review on it when they first reformulated it, and now I'm in the shade N5. So let's go ahead and see how this foundation will look. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand. It's quite runny, as you can see, and I'm just going to apply it right to the center of my face. Oh yeah, this looks like a really good match. I remember when I first got it in the mail, I was like, wow, this is totally deep. And sometimes when I order foundations that are too deep for me, I keep them on hand and I don't use them for this exact same situation. and sometimes their skin tone changes, especially now that summer is officially here. Oh my gosh. This is actually a really pretty foundation. It's very smoothing and it provides medium coverage, and of course it's affordable. Now, of course, there's always going to be drama on any vacation, whether it's big drama, little drama, or if you need to call the sheriff's department. That's what happened to us on the second day we were there. We were staying in a condo and it was 2-level, and we were on the 2nd level, and there was about 7 to 8 young ladies. Should I call them young ladies? No, they weren't ladies whatsoever. There was about 8 of them, and we could hear everything. Now, I don't mind hearing noise or any sort of ruckus. I mean, we're on vacation, the walls were thin, but when I smell something that's illegal, if you know what I mean, devil's lettuce, I think they call it here on YouTube. I smelt it, my husband smelt it, Ava smelt it, and we were all like, what is that? And it was so, so strong. They were smoking it down below, and we're like, oh, that's so gross. I don't want to smell that. I just want to smell the ocean. So we didn't say anything. However, whenever they came home, you knew they came home. They were so loud. It sounded like they were doing gymnastics or boxing down there. I mean, just super loud, yelling at the top of their lungs. They were kind of trashy, and I mean that in a literal sense. They took all their garbage out and would just leave it in front of their porch. Empty beer cans, food containers, and I'm like, that's not cool. You know, respect the place that you're staying in because it's somebody's property. We always try to be mindful of that and not destroy people's property. At least try to keep it neat. I think I blocked out this memory because it was so traumatizing. They had a child under the age of 4, a little boy. And if I had to guesstimate how old he was, I would say around 2 to 3 years old. Definitely under the age of 4. We heard him, we saw him. One day, I went out to take a phone call. A buddy of mine from work called and he was like, hey, do you have a minute to talk? And I was like, sure, no problem. As I'm walking back to the condo, it's 2-level, there's porches. The little boy, the toddler, was walking up the stairs, and Matt was on the front porch too. He was at the top, and this little boy, the toddler, walked all the way up the stairs, and Matt just politely asked, hey buddy, where are your parents? And then he heard this voice. And this is ugly. She was really ugly and attacking when he was just like, hey, where are your parents? She said, shut the up. I'm right here. And my husband was like, well, your kid is up here and I'm just concerned that, you know, I didn't see any parents around. And she pretty much said to mind your own effing business. And I'm like, dude, really? We're on vacation here. Can we just not go there? My husband was genuinely concerned because it is a small child under the age of 4. What if that child walked up to the top of the stairs and fell? Would we be held liable? Would the parents be held liable? Would the owners of the condo be held liable? That just really bothered me. And plus the fact that they were smoking illegal substances in the condo while this small child is in there. That really upset me the most. It gets worse. So all the girls, and I'm going to call them girls because they were probably anywhere from the age 16 to about 21. They all come piling out of the condo and they start going up the stairs yelling at Matt at the top of their lungs, saying, it's none of your GD business. Why don't you leave us the F alone? I almost said it. Oh my God. It was traumatizing. And I'm walking in the parking lot trying to go back to the house and I'm like, oh my God. And there was 6 women, girls, I don't know, yelling and threatening my husband. I guess the mom finally got the little boy and was like trying to usher him back to the condo. And I was mildly freaking out because when there is a verbal altercation, it can quickly escalate into a physical altercation. So my daughter, Ava, and her friend, they were there. I mean, and they were standing outside going, what is going on? You know, they were kind of in the doorway of our condo, oopsie, and I'm like, what if these girls rush up to our front door and start pounding on us? That's, you know, that was my mindset. I was like, oh my God, I need to do something. So I ended up calling security, and security ended up calling the sheriff. Oh my God, like, can this get any more worse? The sheriff shows up, right? And two security guards, two huge security guards from the condo showed up. They cleared out, thank God. I mean, it just could have been a super ugly situation. And when I talked to the sheriff, which was a female, which was really inspiring, I was like, cool. She asked me, you know, what happened, who started it. I said, here's the thing. And I told her exactly what I thought. I said, I know we're in Florida. I know everybody wants to have a good time. It's not even about the noise complaint. It's about the fact that they, oh no, sorry. I definitely have blocked this out of my mind. When we got back from lunch and the beach, we walked into the condo. They were not home yet. Sorry, I have to rewind. We walked into our condo and it smelled like weed. Like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart were in there, like having a good old time. It was so strong, it made me and Ava and Matt sick. We were like, what is going on? So we thought, did they break in? Did these women from underneath break in and try to mess with us? No, it just came up. I guess they were, you know, having a good time downstairs, and that smell just went through our floor and everything, and it was literally so stinky. So bad to the point where I had to step outside. It was that bad. Fast forward, sheriff's there. They're talking to me, and I said, okay, for starters, I don't mind the noise. We all come here for a good time. You know, it's to be expected. People are gonna be a little loud than normal. I told her, my main concern is that toddler. He was unattended, walking up a steep staircase. Anything could have happened to this child. The fact that they were smoking illegal substances with a minor inside the home, that just breaks my heart. And you've got like 7 or 8 people just lighting up and smoking. This poor child was probably stoned. And he probably wanted to get out of the condo just to get some fresh air. But I've just felt so bad for this kid. So I told the sheriff, I said, look, illegal substances being smoked, child under the age of 4. I'm worried about the welfare of this poor kid. The security guards came in their apartment. Of course, they smelt it. Then they went up to our condo, and of course they smelt it. They're like, oh my God, yeah, it's really stinky in here. And apparently, when I talked to the security guards, they had interviewed like all 7, 8 women. I still don't know how many to this day were in there. They were crammed in like a pack of sardines, and it's only a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. So they were like, yes, ma'am, we went in there and it smelled really strong, and you could tell they were trying to cover it up with like perfume. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, that stuff never works. So yeah, they were like, you were right, we apologize. They say they are leaving tonight at 1 a.m. Who checks out at 1 a.m. in the morning? I'm just wondering. I know checkout is at 10 a.m. in the morning, but why would you check out at 1 a.m. in the morning? It was just so bizarre. I just, like I said, I felt so bad for that toddler. And so that was the drama. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. When I went to the cosmetics company, they were having their huge Memorial Day sale. And if you spend X amount of dollars, you could pick out a free eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. I was like, wow. And this is the one that I thought was super pretty. I love nudes, but look how pretty that is. Let's come up with an eyeshadow look. And forgive me, I don't have any clean brushes. Don't judge. I think I'm gonna use this in the crease. This whole debacle probably lasted about 30 to 45 minutes. That whole gang just left. I'm just gonna call them the gang. They all left. I was nervous because I was like, when are they coming back? I don't feel safe. The condo still smells like marijuana. I mean, it was just, vacation's supposed to be relaxing. But then I thought, what if they get Sorry, all my dogs are in here. I miss them so much, and they missed us too. What if they come back and they're like drunk and they're like belligerent and they want to start something with us because we called, you know, the cops on them? You know, this was going through my head. So I literally could not relax. You know, I had a beautiful morning on the beach. We had a fantastic lunch. I met up with one of my dear friends, Jill, and I'm gonna put a picture right here. So relaxed, so happy, full and happy, and we come back to the condo and it smells like marijuana. I'm sitting there out on the back balcony. I'm kind of like being vigilant. I'm like, oh my gosh, when are they gonna? You can totally hear them come home because they'll open the door and they slam it. Anyway, so around 9:30, they come in. I'm like, I'm gonna go back into the condo and just watch some TV. And they were like yelling and shouting and blah, 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 blah. And then they decide to go out on the back patio and just talk all night. And they were supposed to check out, remember, at 1 a.m. Oh no, they didn't leave till 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna go in with this shade here, Cocoa. Does it smell? No, this is a palette that does not smell, which, you know, Too Faced is very popular for their scented eyeshadow palettes like the Italian Spritz, which was actually one of the options that I could get for free, but I already had that. So I was like, well, why do I need two? This one is way more up my alley. This is so pretty. And they're blending quite easily. Okay. Needless to say, that was the big drama of the vacation. I mean, at least it happened at the very beginning of the trip, and that way, you know, towards the end of the week, it was like, oh, it was a distant memory because we actually made some really good friends on the beach, some people from New Jersey, and it was an older couple and their two daughters. They were like in their early 40s. The daughters. So just a lovely experience to meet and make new friends. But most of the time we were on the beach, and that's probably the most time I've spent on the beach. For sunscreen down there, I did use the Daydream SPF 50. I let that absorb into my complexion, and then on top of it, I went in with the Colorescience Flex SPF 50. The first 2 or 3 days, beautiful, provided great protection. I overdid the sun. I did. I admit it. I overdid the sun. Ooh, these shimmers are not super buttery, but let's see how they look. The last day I was out on the beach, I stayed under the umbrella. I used my 50, and the tan that I got was super splotchy. It's not even on my face. It's definitely not even on my body. I basically hid in the sun the last day because I knew I had overdone it. I probably would have been fine if it weren't for that last day on Friday. It's your last day, Catherine. Just enjoy the sun. Am I dreading the grind going back tomorrow? Absolutely. But you know what? I'm glad to be home. I really am. It was so great to see all of our animals. They knew we were gone. Hondo especially was so happy to see us all, especially Matt. He was just so excited. After that drama debacle was very low-key, extremely low-key. We just went shopping for one day, and you know, I went to the cosmetic store. Ava got some really, oh, I just flubbed that up. Ava got some new Chuck Taylors, which is a tennis shoe from Converse. You know what they are. Now the cosmetics company, I kind of went cuckoo and did some shopping. I wanted to try to find the Tom Ford foundation, or at least, you know, the spray foundation, or the ones that's going to be discontinued. I had zero luck in the foundation department. I am so sorry. They just did not have my shade. So I ended up getting, and I was like, you know what? I want a new perfume. You know, do you ever buy perfume? Hey, Faye, do you ever buy perfume while you're on vacation so you can remember that vacation? I mean, scents really projects you back to that time, to that memory. So I've always loved the perfume from Clinique, Happy, but I never bit the bullet and bought it. But they had this gift set. It retails for $72, and you get a full-size perfume, a rollerball, and a lotion. But keep in mind, it retails for $72. I got it for 50% off. So I guess it was like 40 bucks? No, 72. Oh my God, my math is bad. 35, 36, I don't know. But I almost bought the perfume alone, which was also 50% off. And I thought, might as well get the gift set so you have a travel size rollerball and the body cream. But isn't that cute? Super affordable. And I thought, you know what? Now I got my Clinique Happy. And you know what? I need a little happiness. I'm gonna spray a little bit. Okay, it just smells so clean and so fresh. It's not too overpowering. It just has that little fresh, clean scent that I absolutely love. But I'm so happy, literally, that I found this for 50% off. So I thought that was a great deal. I got a couple of the Too Faced Lip Injection lip glosses. I got 2 shades. One is Just a Girl, which is like a nice pink. And then this one is called Secure the Bag. Now, I haven't tried this one yet, so I kind of thought we could do it together. Ooh, let me throw some mascara on. Love the packaging on this. Looks like a almost coral color. I don't know how this is gonna look, you guys. Let's swatch it. It might be too light. Smells good. Oh, it's starting to tingle immediately. Oh my goodness. By the way, my lips got tan too. I did use the SPF lip balm from DRMTLGY. Guys, I tried to reapply it as often as I could, but my lips just naturally got dark in the sun. Plus, Ava used it as well. Ava was so good on this trip. She was reapplying SPF like a champ. In and out of the water, she'd reapply it, and she didn't get burned this year. Now, at the cosmetics company, I also purchased some hair products. My hair is fried right now. That's why it's pulled back. This is basically how I wore it the entire trip. It's getting super long. The ends are super damaged. I will be going to get it trimmed and fixed at the end of the week. We'll see how it turns out. But I picked up 2 products from Bumble & Bumble. Thickening Great Body Blow Dry Cream. I haven't tried it yet. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever used it. But it's supposed to inflates, blow dries to sexy new heights. Well, okay. So it's supposed to add more volume. I don't know if it hydrates or helps, you know, hydrate your hair. My hair is super dry right now. I let it air dry almost every single day. And because of the humidity, I had to wash it every single day because of being in the water and the sand getting in it. So I basically washed it every single day. I also did buy the thickening spray that goes with it. I only tried it out once. I haven't formed an opinion yet. And then the only Tom Ford product that I purchased, I don't know why, call me crazy, maybe because it was half off, but it smelled good and it's a beautiful shimmer. It is the Tom Ford Soleil Neige Shimmering Body Oil, and I haven't even opened it up yet. I wanna show it to you because I tried the sample that they had and I was like, that is so pretty. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to treat myself to a Tom Ford product, not another eyeshadow palette. I was like, no, I'm not going to get another eyeshadow palette. But I thought, let's try this. I thought it was unique. And it also has like a really pretty scent. But look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? It has a slight scent to it. I want to show you what it looks like. Let's see if I could spray it on here. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to turn my lights down so you can see. But it's got just a hint of shimmer to it. Not glitter, but look how pretty. Oh my God, that's so pretty. You know what? I'm going to... Oh God, look how dark I am. It just makes your skin look so glowy and it feels hydrating at the same time. Oh, and it smells really pretty too. Oh, I am super dark. That's the color I used to be. Oh, you can slightly, oh, I can see it. It's super minute. Like the shimmer is just super minute, but it just gives your skin such a beautiful glow. I totally look like Miss Hawaiian Tropic 1984. Yeah, that's what I get. When the cashier stuck this in my bag, I was like, no, I didn't buy that. What? I got two huge bottles of the 8.5 fluid ounce Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. I used to use this like 20 years ago, but to get 2 of these for free, I thought, wow, you know, and I'm gonna give one to Ava. This is how I remember it. My mom used to use this too, back in the day. Remember when Clinique really had that big heyday? Wow, this is huge. And that is what I got for free, 2 of these. And like I said, I'll be gifting this to Ava because she needs moisturizer. Might as well, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what I got. The free eyeshadow palette that I got to select from Too Faced, the Natural Nudes, which, you know what? It's a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. It's really lovely. It blends super well. If you love neutral eyeshadow palettes, this is gonna be right up your alley. Is it the most pigmented eyeshadow palette? Not really, but it's user-friendly. The colors are gorgeous, and it's got some hints of pinks and some gold. This is gorgeous. I think I'm gonna be using this quite a bit. So my final thoughts, I know you guys were interested in how this Colorescience Sunforgettable SPF 50 would fare under the intense Florida sun. I overdid it, guys. I take full accountability. Do I regret going out in the sun? Yes, that last day really did me in. It really did. But I enjoyed myself. My family enjoyed themselves. We had the best time. We met some wonderful people. Yes, the sheriff was called. You know, you gotta take the good with bad. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun sharing my adventures of Florida with you. I mean, like I said, nobody got seriously hurt this time. Nobody had to go to the ER. But you know what? I can't wait to review that viral foundation. Of course, it's going to be in a different shade, so be on the lookout for that. But thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.